You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
want to know, but we're really meant to be in love. Wow. Now we had nicknames. It was Bookie and Nana, and we vowed we'd never, ever part. But when your folks moved away, it was the saddest day of my life. I just broke down and cried. But now that I'm grown, I'm so all alone, 'cause no one makes me feel the love we share, 'cause it was so real, yeah. Tell her, tell her, tell her for me. My, na, 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 na. Oh, my sweet thing. Well, I often think about you constantly. There's not a day that you're not on my mind. Well, I sometimes wonder if you think about me, 'cause it's been such a long, long time. Well, but I know in my heart that we're so far apart that one day I will see you again. So until that day, I'll continue to pray, and it won't be long, I know, until I see your lovely face, yeah. Come on, tell her, come back. If you see my nana, oh yeah, tell her for me, come back home. Well, oh my, come back. Oh my, you might say it was just puppy love, but it was sent from above. No stronger love could ever exist. Well, so
kinda lazy, don't wanna get dressed. My attitude's on a whole nother level, borderline classy, somewhat ghetto, but you love me. Yeah, you love me. I know I drive you crazy, crazy. But you love me anyway. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. Can't change me. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. I give it straight, no chaser. Big mouth on my run. I'm not the one you don't want. Do what I want, you can't hold me. It's nothing but love if you know me. I'm hard to handle, but I'm worth it. Worth it, yeah. Gave you my heart, but you earned it. Oh, and I'll always will be yours. Always be yours. Just don't try to change me. Don't try to change me. I'm crazy, but you love me anyway. Love me anyway. Yeah. Love me anyway. Oh. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. Can't change me anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm complicated, but you love how I keep it real. Never had to pretend with you I could be how I feel. And despite everything people might say, take me as I am and love me anyway, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love me anyway. Love me anyway. Yeah. Love me anyway. Yeah. You let me knowing you can't change me. Yeah, you love me anyway. I love the way you love, the way you love me. Hey, yeah. I know I drive you crazy, but you love me anyway. You love me anyway. Yeah. Hey, just love you, girl, love you, girl. You let me be, knowing you can't change me. You love me anyway. Change me. Just
Yeah. Maybe it's the liquor, or the vibe of the room, or that dress that you're wearing that's putting daddy in the mood. So come a little closer and let me whisper in your ear. I think we should get up out of here. And I'm gonna free my mind tonight and lose all my inhibition. And we gon' take our time tonight and create some new position. Oh, I've been waiting all day just to get you alone. I took the kids to your mama house, nobody's home. You can scream if you wanna, cuss me out if you get the urge. Tonight I'm gonna give you what you deserve. I'ma free my mind tonight and lose all my inhibition. Take our time tonight and create some new position.
haciendo magia por noche.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. You spread your wings and fly to the sky. Until that morning, nothing can harm you. Your mama and your daddy standing by. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. You spread your wings and fly to the sky. But till that morning, nothing will harm you. Your mom and your daddy standing by. Your ma and daddy standing by. Your ma and daddy standing by.
See, I reminisce those good old days, man. Remember when Soul Train was Soul Train? Don Cornelius used to come out like he was sleepy. All right, gang. You're right on time. I remember one time I was a kid. I know we all watched Soul Train. I used to watch Soul Train growing up. I remember one time Don came out on stage and looked like he was about to fall down. And put your hands together, gang, for Don Cornelius. He came out there. It's time now, gang, for the Soul Train Scramble Board. You remember that Soul Train Scramble Board? You don't see that no more.
Hey, where the steppers at?
Sometimes love comes and goes away. Every time I think just how much you mean to me. Oh, I have kept my faith in us all this time, understanding how much it's meant to be. Yeah, I appreciate what we have. There is no turning back. Let's take a ride on the road to paradise. It'll lead us on the right path to you and I. So let's take our time and make it right, because this is what we've dreamed of all the time. I appreciate what we have. There is no turning back. Let's get to moving, moving. Gonna make it last forever, yeah. We don't have to rush, cause we have all night. Let's celebrate all through our lives. Celebrate the love we share. Celebrate everywhere. We can do this all night long. There's no way we can go wrong. Celebrate the love we share. Celebrate everywhere. We can do this all night long.
Something that you told me stayed in my head all night long. You wanted me to love you when you said softly reach out and touch me. My love is in your hand. Feel me. I want to feel the fire. Feel me. I want to feel you. And if I should lose your love for any reason at all, then let my record show I gave you all the love I know. I'm sorry that it took this long for me to understand. You wanted me to love you like nobody can. So reach out and touch me. My love is in your hand. Your hand. Feel me. I want to feel the fire. Feel me. I want to feel you. And if I should lose your love for any reason at all, then let my record show I gave you all the love I know. I know. Feel the fire burning. Feel the fire burning, baby. Oh, don't try to play with my emotions. I want to feel the love and devotion. Feel the fire. I wanna feel you, baby. So don't play with my emotions, because I'm fragile right now. So don't play with me. Please don't play with me, baby. Please don't. Please don't. Feel me.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. So I came to see him, to listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life, with his words, killing me softly, with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. Felt he'd found my letters, read each one aloud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming the pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair, and then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there, and he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong, strumming the pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
right, ladies and gentlemen.
Pick this up slowly. Pick this up slowly.
We're on
Hi,
the air.
All
We're
right.
on the air. You.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is the Indie Live spot. Hope y'all been enjoying some of that great music we've been playing at the beginning of the show. Hope y'all are having a great weekend and hope you're trying to stay cool because it is super hot where I'm at. And I know all over the country it's kind of got some pretty hot temperatures. I don't know how it is in your area, but I know right here where we're at, goodness, it's hot. It is very hot. But hello, everybody. Hey, Ray. Hey, Joyce. And we also have our beautiful friend, sister, Miss Jill Alexander's in the house, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Jill. Welcome.
Welcome.
You. Oh, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you for having me. Thank you, technical girl. Yeah, I appreciated that. Hey, guys. A long time, a long time. I'm so glad to be here with you guys today.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you here with us today and hanging out with us and everything. And we're going to catch up with you and see what you've been up to, of course, and everything. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody that's in the chat right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And man, I tell you, so yeah, we're actually celebrating Juneteenth weekend. This is the weekend, of course. A lot of things going on in different places. Not sure, are y'all familiar with anything that's going on in the Texas area? Because that's where it originally founded down there in Texas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are all kinds of things going on.
There's a lot going on, period, over here around there.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna get out there, and it's too hot.
Man, it's hot.
It's hot. I'm gonna stay in my refrigerator at home.
Okay.
All this stuff going on with Juneteenth, I don't know if Gary and Mac, if y'all remember, I know Joyce knows, I'm actually from the Caribbean. So we were one of those people that revolted and got out of the slavery game kind of early.
Yes.
So when I first heard about Juneteenth, of course, I had no idea what it was. So I was like, y'all didn't get, it took y'all that long to get slavery? It was like, wow, So it was pretty interesting to find out about how the different destinations, being labeled as free and not. I thought that was just the most amazing story.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to consider that the Caribbean islands are like how small, and Texas is as big as some countries, are bigger than some countries. There are no cell phones, there's no social media, there's but it is late, and it may have been by design. When you're in a controlled situation, you don't have the ability or the capacity to communicate, because when the mail was delivered, it might have been intercepted. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, what's the
okay, Mac, I'll let you have it. Just a minute.
I know you can go, Sean.
Word in the edge, why?
I want to get in before I forget.
Well, write it down. Shucks. Go ahead, you done messed up my groove.
No, I was
that
just
was on purpose. But it's all right, payback is rough. I'm coming back at you. Go ahead.
That's what I wanted to know.
You said what? I'm sorry?
What part of the Caribbean did you come from?
Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do it like when you talk to those contestants from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago.
Darling.
Yes.
But, it's just, before I forget this, but the Caribbean and all through there, that's what, where you landed at, and that's where you come from. Mm-hmm. Y'all came out of Africa. Mm-hmm. But what really gets me is when in Haiti, when they beat the French, kicked them out. Now they're a poor country, real poor.
Yeah.
You look at the other part of the Caribbean, they do it well.
Yeah, because I think actually Haiti was the very first to become free that revolted. Actually, yeah. So and like I said, it's ironic that they're like one of the most destitute ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on a higher note, on a happier note, we have Juneteenth.
Well, yeah. That's, it all came from slavery, and it took them years to get it here in Texas. Then in Oklahoma was next. So and but it's been a long time coming for them to make it a legal holiday.
Right.
What they ought to do, since they done the Juneteenth, they ought to give us some reparations. Now we need some money.
Oh Lordy.
No.
Everybody else is getting it. Why come we can't get it?
Oh Lordy. I smell a political rant on the move.
Chill. That's just rocking my seat. So
Oh Lord. I think that's gonna probably happen, not in my lifetime, but I think it's gonna happen. Because this happened in my lifetime.
Right. Right.
But yeah, most people that's in Texas and Oklahoma, we knew about all of this. But the other part of the country didn't have a clue.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know. I mean, it's kind of wild because I know my family, we all been celebrating this day, since I was like a little kid, and it just seems like there's a good portion of us did not know about it, which was...
We're not even aware, I'm telling you, because I lived in Brooklyn. I was raised in Brooklyn. So when I came to Atlanta, that's the first time I ever heard of Sweetie's Day. It's like a second chance of Valentine's. Wait, you can join this day on Earth.
What did you say?
Yeah, Sweetie's Day. It's a whole thing in Atlanta.
Sweetie's Day?
Sweetie's Day is like a black version of Valentine's.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
Wow.
Exactly.
I haven't heard of that one.
I never heard of it.
Exactly. I promise you it's real. So then when I got here to Texas, that's the first time I ever heard of Juneteenth. And I was like, what the heck is Juneteenth? Yeah, so it's amazing when you go from even state to state, the small, different little holidays and days of recognition.
Yeah.
Cultures, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's so true.
That's when I moved to Texas is when I found out about Juneteenth. In Louisiana, we didn't know anything about it. All we knew in Louisiana was Mardi Gras.
And see, what's so cool about the Mardi Gras, New Orleans just took it over. It came out of Mobile, Alabama, but it also came...
We know. It's okay, though.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
Say most people don't know, because Mardi Gras actually is Carnival that came out of Brazil, out of South America.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I could trump you, Matt.
Go ahead.
I could trump you.
Go ahead.
Carnival, right?
Carnival.
When the slaves were mimicking their plantation owners, dressing like the women and dressing like the men, and started parading as I think it was after they had the revolt.
Right.
So that celebration in mimicking the masters and parading dressed us down. So that's how Carnival actually started, and it wasn't Brazil.
It came out of the Caribbean.
It came out the Caribbean. But Brazil didn't start it per se. It's just that they just amplified it to another level that it was recognized. But really it came from the smaller islands like Grenada, Trinidad, smaller ones. And that's how it started, by mimicking, after having their revolt, mimicking masses and dressing up in their...
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because see, you look at the islands, Trinidad and all that. See, these all came, all the people was transported from Africa to these smaller islands. Okay, then they, into Brazil and things like this here. But I just stress everyone to check the African history. The beginning, because we are the beginning, the Alpha Omega, the beginning and the end. But they need to check their history. Most people tell me, I ain't got nothing over there. I ain't lost nothing. Well, I guess that's the one way of thinking. You need to know your history.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else know their history.
Yeah.
See,
this is true.
Except us.
And they're proud of it. You know, it's just sad that and I hate to get too deep, but it's just kind of sad how African Americans, they get well, what I've experienced, some of them saying, don't classify them as African. They're not African, they're African American. Well, it's kind of like, okay, but but like I said, teach it though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, this is your own, Yes, I'm from Africa. I ain't no mucking. I ain't climbing in no trees. I ain't doing none of that issue.
Okay.
I'm out here.
Thank you.
I'm out here.
Perpetuating the stereotypical.
Like old Trump said, Africa ain't nothing but a shithole country. But you know something? They got so much resources.
They're rich.
They're
just
rich.
But they're rich.
They're rich.
It's not a country. It's not a country.
The thing is, it's so rich. Look here. A lot of the Europeans that left out of it, they got what they wanted out of it. Now, here come the Chinese.
Oh, wow.
The Chinese is coming trying to get their fair share of the natural resources. See?
Wow.
And like I said, the time that was over, I was very welcome to be there. I done come, listen, you America, you just came home. What?
Keith. He told us to put some tape over your mouth.
You lucky I'm on this big monitor, so I can't see what you wrote. I'm gonna leave it up to them.
That's because you're busy talking.
But
Hey, he interrupted me, Keith. I just let him go.
But I had to get mine in on you, Joy.
That's all right. I'm just saying.
I'm just talking about history. Our history and Juneteenth, the whole 9 yards. We as a people, you need to check your history. You need to do your DNA to see what part of the country you came from. Because you are the beginning, and you're definitely going to be the end. We are the original Jews. People don't know that. We are the original Jews. Any comment?
No, I'm letting you talk.
Yeah, I'll let you, if you know more about. I mean, I can't speak on that because I don't know that. I don't know the history behind that part of it. But hey, what?
But no, seriously, it's all on the internet. The true history of our people. These are things that's been hidden from America, us, live.
Henry said, keep it moving.
Man, you have a whole guest on here, but we're gonna learn about Africa today. I'm just saying.
We're talking about Juneteenth.
You have a whole guest in Juneteenth, but yeah. I'm messing with you.
We're talking about Juneteenth. And see, like I said, people didn't know anything about Juneteenth. They didn't even know about the Black Wall Street, the massacre there in Tulsa. A lot of people didn't know about that.
Yeah, that was another one that got swept under the rug, wasn't it?
Got swept under the rug.
What was the one in Florida?
Oh, was one in Florida too?
One in Florida.
Yeah, you're talking about Rosewood.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about Rosewood.
Actually, there are hundreds of cases. Those are just the most popular ones. Hundreds of cases where Black communities were wiped out, and in some of the areas they again and made it out of lakes. So a lake you could be swimming in or boating in could have been a community that was slaughtered. Wow. So yeah, that part.
See, Oklahoma supposed to be a black state. Right today, it's over 30 black communities in Oklahoma right today. and his black still lives in those areas.
What is it, Joyce?
That's in the chat. This thing gonna bring up his bat on you. Bat. He said, Gary, I'm on my way and not the pine wood. I'm bringing the big bat.
Keith on you hard today, boy.
But it's all about the history. It's all about the history of the people.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it takes time, Mac, for people to learn this history because I've been reading for, 20 years maybe, or more, and little by little in chunks at a time, and finding out, even doing my DNA, finding out what countries in Africa I come from, like 7 of them, 6, 7, 8 different countries.
Yeah.
And my cousin did some more digging and actually found that you have 4 histories because both parents on each side. So I know about 25% of my history because my cousin found out exactly, our 4 grandparents.
Wow.
Was back when they landed. They came from Togo, Africa, and they went into slavery in Louisiana.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
And and you know what many people have to understand when you bring that up, you are not bringing it up out of bitterness. That was a sense of freedom for me to know something because I knew that we came from slavery. So that's why I thought I will never know my lineage. But just knowing just that much of my lineage just gave me a sense of, I don't know, it was a sense of pride. Even though it's slavery. So people have to understand when we talk about slavery, oh, don't talk about that. It's no different than talking about the Alamo.
But
Why we celebrate the Alamo, we can talk about the Alamo and not be bitter. And we can also talk about slavery or where the descendants of slaves came from and not be bitter. If we can talk about the Holocaust and not be bitter, let's talk about it all. My thing is that, no, this is not better than any other history, but you have to include it. It has to be, if it's history, it's not critical race theory, which I hate that term because it's not a theory.
Right.
We're talking about history. Don't give it any other title.
we don't need to lose the history in all the other translations. We don't need to lose that. That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah. Okay, I'll let you talk to me and go ahead.
Yeah, I understand, that, like when I was coming up, we was taught what was happening. My grandmother, her mother, my grandmother, great-great-grandmother, they talked about this because my great-great-great-grandmother came out of slavery, and I had a chance to see her and talk to her as a kid. And when she died, she was over 100. So she told us our history. Now, I went back on the ancestry on my dad's side. I went back to the 1620s in history. And then I know exactly where I come from. I came all out of them islands, out of Africa, of different parts of them, But if you don't know your history, something wrong with that. You'll fail yourself, and you're going to fail your kids if you got kids. You're failing yourself if you don't know your own origin.
I'm going to jump in just like you did.
Go ahead.
Do you know June is Black Music Appreciation Month?
Right. It is.
So we're right in the middle of that. So
That's awesome.
about music. I'm going back to music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt.
Segue back to music.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because a lot of people don't
Go ahead,
know.
Gary.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, even though June is a celebration of our black music, but and like you said, I don't know. Do you know how long that's been? I mean, has that been for?
I'm reading here. Biden Jr., President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution, blah, 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 blah. It looks like it just happened.
Okay, that's why I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, May 31st, I skipped through a lot. May 31st, 2022.
Oh, okay, it was real new then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Right. I
awesome.
just
You know,
that I wanted to last week. So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, May 31st. Because how I found out was that I'm in on Facebook, Gerald Albright's fan club, and he posted something about celebrating Black Music Appreciation Month, and I went, "Oh, when did that happen?" So that's
Yeah.
how I know.
And
Because
see, I like that because what did we have? I mean, as always, what was it? February, is that the month that we always have the
Black History Month.
Black
Yes.
History
It's-
Month? And I think they always try to throw our music in there too. At the same. So
Right.
it's good to have at least another a month to kind of show that appreciation. I think.
Well, I think that the music from the musical influence in this country
Mm-hmm.
and all throughout the islands where Africans were taken. I'll put it. Is that a good way to say it? And
Yeah.
a politically correct way to say it. That actually influenced the music so much. You can't deny it. And if it weren't for that influence, we would all be. And I love classical music. We would all still be singing opera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it influenced not only people of African descent, but European descent as well. You just look around and see how music has the music from Africa, if you will. Now, are there variations? Of course. And since you were talking about history, Mac, my grandfather, Freeman Fontenot, from Louisiana, he was one of the originators of what's called Zydeco. And a simple way of describing it is just Black people's version of Cajun music. And now you can't tell the difference because it has influenced all quote unquote Cajun music, and they all got that little jump in there,
Mm-hmm. It does, yeah.
And if you Google my grandfather, Freeman Fontenot, and he's in several articles. He's been written up in a few books in terms of the history and the culture. So I decided to mention his name since this is Black Music Appreciation Month. That he influenced the music, and also his cousin Canary Fontenot. Now, mind you, I'm growing up around these people. I didn't think much of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And so the first time I saw a book with an article, I was just at a book in Dallas, and I said, "Oh, look, the culture of South Louisiana," and I recognized the man on the front cover. But what I didn't know that my grandfather was inside. I bought the book because of him. He was in it. And I've seen a couple others because he was such an influence on the culture. And some modern day have modeled their music after him and Canary. And his other friend his name was Boysek. That's what they call him. I think that's French. Boysek. And there were videos. So people actually took the time. And that's a shame because none of us did it. Isn't that something? They took the time to get a professor from the university. I don't know what they call it, one of the local universities. He had, back in the 70s, a full interview of my grandfather speaking Creole French.
Wow.
His accordion. So when I released the song from my Many Colors album, the title is Freeman. It's on Spotify. And you can hear him playing his accordion at the beginning. Then I come in with like a swing type groove. And towards the end, I have his voice speaking Creole French.
Right. I remember that song too. Yes.
And I'm not preserving my history because I honestly growing up, because I saw him every day. I didn't understand.
Speak of it, Joyce. They didn't speak. They never spoke of it.
Well, we didn't know we were that special.
No,
My grandfather didn't understand that.
No,
he
Your son doesn't think you're special.
What? But you?
Your son doesn't think that you're special.
Yeah.
Exactly. My kid don't think I'm special. So yeah, that happens.
Give us a little history about you, Jill.
My grandfather either.
Yeah, in fact, now that you said that was your grandfather?
My grandfather, he didn't even understand his influence either. He was a very humble man. Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, fun fact, the slave owners, the last names you got, the slave owner's name, right?
Right.
Why we got a whole boatload of Fontanos in my hometown in Trinidad. I bet you.
Isn't that something? Mm-hmm.
I'm like this. I'm like this, you know?
Wow.
No, but seriously, with the slave trade, the people that purchased them, they were, you know, like from Umbata to Bobby, and you got your master's name. Right. So it's highly likely that you were in the same circle or came from the same origin in Africa, shipped together.
Yeah.
I mean, they did mix them up, confusion within the languages, but it's highly likely Fontenote was the same massa with your. And I'm telling you, in my hometown, we have a whole bunch of Fontenotes.
See?
Wow.
So fun fact.
And we're probably because when I also found out that, remember I told you when my cousin traced it back, my 4 grandparents, they arrived on a slave ship, and then they had a daughter in slavery. She was married to a slave who was half Native American, half African. And she got sold to another plantation, and Matwire is his name, and she had 10 children for him.
Wow.
I guess they got cozy, and for a long story short, because the story is on the internet, and we were just freaking out. She said, look what I found, look what I found. And she said, Google it, Marie Therese Concoin Matwire. But she had 10 kids for him. And I guess they got too cozy, and they ran him out. And look at what he did, y'all. Get ready. He signed over the plantation to her, and he paid off all 10 children's freedom.
Oh.
Wow.
And this is what she did, my 4 grandmother, how many times removed, you know. She went and looked for her other 4 children, which is where I come from. I come from one of the first 4 from the first plantation. She went there to free her children, and she also tried to free her sister. I think she freed just about everybody. I read that the whoever owned her sister wouldn't allow her to buy her freedom. But get this, her name is Marie Therese. Teresa? My mom's name is Teresa.
Oh.
Her sister's name is Marie. My middle name is Marie.
Wow.
Now,
it's amazing.
And this is what routine is about. Those stories. That's exactly what this moment is about. I mean, even though it's looked as something celebratory, but it's a time to share these stories because these stories are dying with our generations. You know, I make it a big deal. Like, I feel like I'm one of the last key holders to my family. I was the one that lived with my grandmother, so I had gotten all the stories. So I know how to connect the family that's in England to the ones in Canada. I'm the last key holder.
Wow.
You know, because I was the that was raised in the house. But these are the stories that need to be talked about and shared and documented, you know, and I think this is the perfect time.
Give me your story. Give me your story.
Oh, my story?
I want to hear your story.
Well, the funny thing is, let me see. I'm kind of laughing because there's some stories you don't want to tell.
I that way too. I'm like, well, do I tell that one?
Yeah, but well, let me see. Actually, from what I understand with my story, because my mom and my dad didn't marry until 40-something years later, right? They always go back to the first one, but never mind with the men. But a lot of my family actually migrated from the island of Grenada, or Grenada, as some people call it, but Grenada. So actually my lineage, to my knowledge, majority of them landed actually in Grenada. When the oil boom hit in the Caribbean and Trinidad, you know, because we rich with oil.
Yeah.
The family moved to Trinidad for work.
Okay.
But once I found out a lot about that, I found out a lot about the fact that some of the grandmothers before, because Trinidad is right on the cusp of South America, so on a clear day, we can see South America, Venezuela to be specific. Once again, migration. So we had people, great grandmothers or whatever, they literally went to work in Venezuela married, South American. So my family is such a hard, you call it jambalaya, we call it kalalu. Such a
Yeah.
mixture of different cultures. So, so a lot of, like I said, a lot is South American, Grenada, and our slave masters' name in our family was the English primarily. So we had Charles and Alexander. So if I come across Charles or Alexander, I gotta ask you, wait a minute, who your auntie great grand? Yeah, we can't.
Right, right.
Right.
That we're kinfolk. And then on my mom's side, La Pompe and Alcala. So, so that's that Latin side. So yeah, so it's just a lot. But what I love about my country is that we actually recognize, like here in America, you have like Asian month, African American month, right? But in Trinidad, when we celebrate and recognize one of the cultures that create who we are. So if it's the Chinese New Year, we're literally dressed in that garb, like garb.
Yeah.
For Hindu, Diwali, Eid, we participate in their things full fledged. We're welcome to their homes, to eat the food. Everything is just, it's like really authentic. And
Right.
no matter what skin color you have, you literally partake in every single event to recognize a culture. So we have Africans, Latin Americans, East Asians, Asian have it. So we literally participate in everyone and recognize everyone's culture back on the island. And I appreciate that.
That is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That's perfect, Jill. I remember when my husband and I, we hadn't been in Texas very long. We had our first child, and we said, okay, let's just go to Fair Park and push the stroller and the baby. We said, well, what's going on? It's so festive. What's going on? We just went, and we're like, well, let's just do this. And it was Cinco de Mayo. We never heard of it, and we went in and had a good time. And it took us a minute to realize, are we the only black people here? And my husband said, oh, they don't know what you are, so you good. They're looking at me. Right. But the thing was, we enjoyed it. And I'm like you, I don't see why I can't go enjoy other cultures. And I don't like when churches here in America, if you come from a different culture or subculture, they'll tell you, oh no, you can't do this. You have to do it this way according to this culture. But if that's not your culture, that's not your music, that's not who you are. You have to, when you get married, yeah, that's a holy ceremony, but it's about you, who you are, your culture. And I enjoy that. I want, when I go to a wedding, I want them to celebrate with their culture. And I'm like you, I wouldn't mind, like the Indians, the women, I did an Indian wedding.
Saris. I have a sari. My son, I was like, oh, you're in the Middle East. I said, could you pick me up a sari? We're a regular black woman. Oh, just pick me up a sari. Yeah, I literally have one.
Oh, well, I was playing at a wedding, and I saw the women adorned in their saris. Did I say it right?
Sorry.
I have never seen something so beautiful. I looked at my gown, I'm like, I want that. I don't want it to appear like I'm mocking their culture, if you know what I mean, if I do it too. But I really did love, the women were gorgeous, their clothes were gorgeous, it was colorful, it was magnificent, and to see them walk past, it was just an amazing thing. And that's enjoying other people's culture.
On that note, and people, they don't get it because they don't come out their bubble. Like, Ray, I love you for going to Africa. But people don't understand that, okay, because you see the East Indians with the dot in the saris, guess what? If they're Muslim, they're Muslim. So guess what? In Africa, there's Muslims and they're black of color who dress the same exact way because they're Muslim. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, or Hindi or whatever, because one of my friends from Africa, they just had a wedding and they were all sorry, mendied up. You know, they had the the designs, the decorative dots, right here. It was absolutely beautiful. It was just really beautiful. So I always encourage, Americans, step out of your comfort zone. The same money that you take to pay to go to Florida on that airplane round trip, $850, that could take you to Ireland.
That's saving money.
A year ahead.
It's not that it's shows that I have that in my blood too. It's in my bloodline. I'm like, oh, okay.
I brought Joyce back. Next time I go, I'm gonna bring her a real chic dress that she can wear on the performance with a wraparound, and it's gonna be classy.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm talking about nice flowing material that they have and stuff like that. But like I said, the culture is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you see my bracelet. I've been having it on a year. And, I was accepted into the Maasai tribe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the dudes be jumping up and down dancing. Accepted in that tribe. They get
because you think they think you're rich, right?
Over there.
You think them. They probably thought you banking.
The reason I went, I want to always go. I finally made contact with my uncle. My uncle had been over there over 60 years or better. And I got a chance to meet my first cousin while I was there. And that then I went back. I'm telling you, I had a ball each time I was there. How
about the food? What do you think about the food? Because some of the food is a bit something to get used to.
Yeah, no, the food is basically the same thing we eat.
Okay.
They make called nagali, which is cornbread. All right then, it's just cornbread and it's in a ball. They eat green leaves, which green leaves is nothing but greens. Then they eat sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes are white.
That's interesting.
Chicken and beef.
Yeah, what we call sweet potatoes and y'all call sweet potatoes is different, even in Trinidad, because our food mirrors the food there, our earth foods. Like the yams and yaka.
Yeah.
We call it cassava. Just different names from the places. Our root provisions. We call them root provisions that you have to dig out of the ground.
Right.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I tell you, should they eat the cassava beans? Well, I'm telling you, shoot.
Did you eat camel?
But
Did you eat some camel, Mac?
Eat some what?
Camel.
Yeah, I eat camel in Zanzibar.
Wow.
I can't describe it because it didn't taste like, how people, it tastes like chicken? Hell no, it didn't taste like chicken.
Is it more
seafood?
Lamb shank? Is it more lammy?
Well, no, it was more of a lamb shake or a goat shake. It was like on a shish kebab.
Okay.
It was shish kebab. Then they had this one sauce that they put it on. That they put on the plate. You had the sauce that's kind of yellow looking. Boy, I put one on in that sauce. Boy, I'm telling you, I burned for 30 minutes. It was so hot. But
said too spicy for you, huh?
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I didn't put no more on there. And I ate the rest of it, but like I said, the meat was tender. It was a taste I couldn't describe.
Was it good? I mean, did you enjoy it, or did you just like, I wouldn't eat it again? Okay.
I enjoyed that. I'll eat it again.
Okay.
I wouldn't have no problem with that. At first he was telling me, saying, "Oh man, I said, "What is this here?" He said, "It's horse."
Horse.
He was just messing with me. Then I said,
Oh.
man, what is this? Because I know people eat horse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I said, he said it's camel. I said, well, this ain't bad, but it's a taste I cannot describe. You know,
Wow.
eat a lot of rice. The chicken tastes different because they eat a lot of chicken
And they're real.
and it's real. It's fresh.
Yeah.
No chemicals.
Yeah.
No chemicals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then
And legs are this big instead of this big.
Ain't that I know, right?
and they
Oh,
eat goat. They eat goat and lamb. A lot of fish. You know, just like they eat the fish. You know, tilapia. The tilapia here tastes totally different than the tilapia there. They come out that ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. You know.
Yes, sir.
And, I ate some catfish. The catfish was totally different. It wasn't none of that sway, as they say, is catfish.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sway.
Okay, if you don't mind me interrupting, Max, I have a trivia question. Everybody could go in rotation, or we could just go at one time. The weirdest thing you've ever eaten, whereas culturally it doesn't seem like it's far-fetched, but to other people's ears, like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So who has eaten possum in the group?
Possum.
Never have. I've heard people eat. I've talked to folks that have, but I haven't.
I can. It's hard to eat something that eat the dead, and you eating something that's dead. Ah, no.
Yeah, I mean possum. How about armadillo?
No.
No.
No. Okay, my grandmother, she was the master of cooking an armadillo. In Trinidad, we call it that tatu.
Well, I know they eat armadillo here in the state, in Texas. I do know that.
Yeah.
So my grandmother came to visit, and we were driving to Fort Hood. So as we're driving, and you know, armadillos are roadkill just everywhere.
Yeah.
So we're driving, and my dad driving, and she said, "Frank, slow down. That one's moving slow. We can catch it." He said, "I'm gonna curry that tattoo today." This ain't the same, you know, country living back in the island. We don't know what they eat. It may be suspect.
Right.
Yeah. So who has eaten snake?
I have.
I haven't.
You?
I haven't. Mac?
Well, we all eaten alligator because we live
I've
here.
eaten alligator.
I haven't yet, but I've been wanting to try it because from what everybody's been telling me.
It's good.
I'm from South Louisiana. It's hard not to alligator at least once.
Yeah.
But I have.
Gee, it is good. It's not a fishy taste. It's a mild taste.
Yeah.
Ew.
White meat.
And what about frogs?
What about what? Oh yeah, I have ate frog legs before. Those are good.
I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frog legs?
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah.
So you guys have an eclectic palate. You know, you've crossed over into the
Oh, I
wild
have
meat.
one more. I've eaten turtle.
I didn't
Oh,
eat
I
that.
haven't had turtle.
I done had turtle.
That's my
Try that.
strange
It's
food.
got a lot of different types of meat in that turtle. And
Well, it's not the small turtle that you find in the pond. It's the big ones, like the snapping turtle. Thing. And but I've only eaten it from my mom because she knew how to do it with a sauce. It was just absolutely delicious. It's just like duck. The only duck I had was from my parents because they would smoke it. They had a makeshift smoking thing, and then they would saute and smother it on the stove. And somebody told me, "Oh my goodness, you're not gonna get duck like this in a restaurant. They don't do all that." So that's why I know I probably wouldn't like it by anybody else. It's just like okra, or how we said in Louisiana, okra. And okra is okra in Louisiana, so y'all in Louisiana say okra, South Louisiana. But anyway, my mama would slice it up, and I forget the word she used, but she would put it in a pan and take out all the sticky stuff, if you will, and it was a brown.
You talking about
Yeah. She take it all out and she put in a Ziploc bag and freeze a bunch of bags. And all she did was open up, defrost it, put it in a pan, like put some pieces of meat or or a fish or shrimp, or people put different things, maybe a little, tomato paste, whip that up and put that over rice. Oh my God, it was good.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, I think it came from Africa though.
Actually, that is a cousin of an African dish. Actually, yes.
Yeah, I had a feeling it did because, and my mom did a lot of that, and I just took that for granted. I never learned how to do it, and it was so delicious. I'd go home, she said, "Oh, I have some in the freezer, just grab some," and I would just take it home, and it was delicious. I mean, putting shrimp in it and put it over rice. Oh my goodness! Even gumbo. I think I read somewhere gumbo is an African dish as well. Okay,
It is. Have you ever ate escargot?
I did. I did at a big fancy gathering. It was over half eggs and crackers and stuff.
Yeah, escargot. Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't mustered up the courage. I don't know why the texture freaks me out. The thought of it freaks me out. No, but I mean, I eat clams, oysters.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff, mussels. I eat all that, and I'm like, I want to try it, but I'm kind of, I don't know.
Well, you like I said, it depends on how it's prepared.
Right.
Right. Anything tastes good is how it's prepared.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't, I'll try it. I'll eat. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it.
You like Mikey? Remember the old Mikey cereal commercial? You try anything.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll definitely, because like I said, the food over there, the fruit, it's the same thing that we avocado, pineapple, all the fruits. Yeah, everything is there. I ate a fruit. It had little prickles on it, and I had to open it up. It's a seed in there, but when you open it up, it's like a white meat in there, which is good. I can't remember the name of it. And they got this one gourd. You cut it open, it's got seeds in it, and you have to wipe it out because it's real sticky. Then once you get all that goop off of it, hell, it's good. But no, I ate everything that they ate. Now, I introduced this girl, Jessica. I introduced her, we was in the mall. And I said, dog, I'm hungry. I said, we're gonna go over this Kentucky Fried Chicken. I ordered her some thighs. She fell in love with them thighs. She said, yeah, when I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's all I'm gonna get is thighs. She loves thighs. She loves that type of people. I turned on to that.
You like thighs too, but anyway.
So, Zach, I have a question for you. And our listening community out there, don't trip out, but this is the dark side of travel. How was your bathroom experience? I'm not talking about aesthetically, I'm talking about eating that stuff and being in another culture. The microorganisms that kind of set you off a little bit. Did you have that experience?
Say that again.
Did you get the food?
What? Say that again.
Did the food upset your stomach?
Yeah, you had to run.
Look. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I ain't gonna no holds barred. These beans that I ate called canola beans, I would never want to eat them again because you had my shit like glue.
Hold up, Chris. I had to do that for Chris.
Other than that, the experience was nice.
Okay.
Other than that, them beans, I wouldn't buy nobody to eat them damn things.
It's always kind of recommended as far as for travel when you go somewhere different. You can stay resort living and this and that, or certain restaurants, and you don't get the authentic, the authenticity,
Yeah.
whatever. But if you choose to go rural and really get into the food and the cuisine, from wherever you go, I always say, make sure the trip is 2 weeks. When you get off the plane, you stop at the dirtiest vendor, figuratively speaking, that you can find, and drink something local and get it out your system. It's going to be a rough first 2 days, but let it happen, because once those microorganisms get into your system and your body recognizes it, then you can do whatever you want and you'll be okay.
Okay.
That's
good. That's good to know.
Seriously, Jim, the whole time I was there, I didn't have a problem till I ate them beans. And them beans, I'm telling you, boy, had me running to the bathroom. I'm talking about just like, it was like glue, but liquid glue. I said, oh, no. Huh?
Family members laugh at you.
Yeah, I told them about it. I said, I don't mind eating the beans and rice or the rice and stuff like that. I don't mind it. I don't want none of them beans. Damn them beans. Them beans messed up my gut.
Hey, is that when they gave you them hot pants to wear? Is you in a hurry?
Quit talking about my
Yeah, he came to, I was at an event in Tulsa, TEG International Jazz Festival. What day? 2 Fridays ago, maybe? Something like that.
Yeah.
And those hot pants. He's got them on today. Oh, he gonna
model for you.
I had to open my mouth.
There ain't no hot pants.
Strike a pose.
It's too close.
You're too close. You're too close. We see a design.
See, look at his hot pants, y'all. Look, see how it's crawling up in the middle. And don't let him turn around, because he got a big bite.
You gotta get that beep, 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 beep. Well, you gave him a show there, Ray.
He said beep beep.
So I'm backing up.
I'm gonna back that thing on up.
Okay. Well, let me take a music break and then we're gonna come back. Okay, that's all good. Give Ray a chance to get himself back together, because that took a lot out of him.
Get that vision out of your mind, Gary. Get that vision out of your mind.
Yeah.
That butt out of my eye.
Oh my gosh. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Yeah, when you call my name, I'll be there when you need it. Call my name, babe. got me feeling
All right,
kind
ladies and
of
gentlemen, we're back,
loose.
and hope you all are doing good out there, listening to the great music and everything. Um, so anyway, we're back, and we were talking some things off air. I don't know if we want to share.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. Right. Yeah, some tea, the tea there.
It's okay. It's okay. I done drunk. I had mentioned. I finished this little bottle of Yagi I had in there.
Look, I'm drinking tea in my fine china. I guess I'm the bougie one in the group today. Yeah.
That's aesthetically correct.
I didn't know, taking a shite was okay to say on the radio. Else I would have just busted it like that,
Right. It sounds great.
Yeah, look here. You don't act like we got sticks up out there. This is free for you. Say what you want to say. Say it. Just say it.
She said how she wanted to say it, and that's cool. You just didn't understand it. And I'm looking at you, your head is like that. How does a dog go,
No. I heard it, but I heard it kind of fade back, and I missed it. But that's okay.
Yeah, when she said that, I went, okay. You guys, we laughed for about 15 minutes about that. That's when I miss Gris. Man, Gris would have ripped you up on that one.
Oh yeah, yes she would have. She sure would have got you on that one.
Gris get me every week on something. Yeah, because that's gonna be deeply missed,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, child. Yeah, she been on there a long time with us.
How long was it altogether?
Oh man.
Since what?
Well, ever since we went down there to San Antonio when we first met her down there at Jordan's event for Rocco, and that's, gosh, I can't even remember what year that was.
Well, I think it was in 08.
Was it 08?
I think it was 08. 08 or 09.
Yeah, it was definitely a single digit number.
Yeah,
I just don't remember.
I know she was on LT show.
Yeah.
And I know she helped Chris Hennessy out.
Trish.
Trish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her last name is Hennessy. I'm thinking about the drink.
Right.
It sounded like
I said, Grizz was, she was full of music. She had a good, knowledge of music of what was going on and stuff like that. So I said, get room, try Grizz out and bring her on to the show. He said, okay, and we did.
Yeah, we did.
And we did.
But when even my husband said, then there's some big shoes to fill because she did a lot. She had a lot of great artists on the show. She just knew the musicians. She read everything.
Oh yeah.
Very much into it. So I said, yeah, we're gonna miss her. We do miss her. Not going to. We do miss her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you guys for this opportunity because, as Joyce just said, those are some huge crocs to put on. You know what I mean? So I do feel very privileged to be able to just spit in this box for you guys today. Joyce didn't even I don't even think she got the whole thing out, and I was like, absolutely yes. To sit in, not because, in spite of Mac being here. That was for you, Chris. But no, honestly, I respect you guys. I would jump in and out because, we're all in the same business. In case your guests don't know who I am, I literally do the same thing elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm a freelancer right now, neither here nor there, but just the opportunity to sit here right now is the most humbling experience for me. Grizz, phenomenal spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Will never be forgotten. And I'm just glad that I could be here for you guys today.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jill, why don't you go ahead and tell our viewers, some of the things that you've done, because
Right.
You want me to.
yeah.
Just not to the show.
Well,
You
just feel it, child.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Well, hi, I'm Jill Alexander. I also do the same thing that these guys do. In fact, that's how I met Gary. That's how I met individually. I met Joyce individually.
Yeah.
And I met Mac through, which one of y'all? Or Tony? Right. So I'm located in the Dallas area, in DeSoto to be specific.
Yeah.
So I've done a few shows. I started with the afterparty.com. Which is more like a R&B, sports, all kind of different platforms. With a comedian by the name of T. New. It was a short stint, but it was my first time. And then Tony Key, he heard me on the show and reached out to me, and he ambushed me basically by asking me just to come see you guys, I think. And then I ended up being on the show with Joyce. That's when I first met her. So I did that for a few years.
Yeah.
Then I freelanced on the side with Strictly DFW, which was more hip hop based, and that was pretty fun. And then I transitioned into talk radio with the Fishbowl Network, which everyone in knows. The Fishbowl Network. So our numbers were pretty darn impressive. Yeah. So talk is my life. I'm good at it, and I do it a lot for free. So why not, put it on a platform? So that's what I do. So that's what I do. I love doing talk radio.
You're an artist too.
Well, yes, I am, or was. A performing arts major in high school. All state Texas Christ and fire, no matter what certain people say. I'm a singer. No, but I did work a little bit in Atlanta back in the day with Puff Daddy when, before he became, P. Diddy and all that, at the very beginning.
Right.
I was part of that little camp with a lot of up and coming producers and things of that nature. So, music and the entertainment field is in my blood, it's in my soul. And if I couldn't do this, being paid off for free, I think I'll just shrivel up and die.
I hear you.
But you was promoting an artist at one time that we had on the
Yes, David. David, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I have actually, and I'm glad that's a wonderful segue. I have an artist now that I'm working with. His name is Donnell Cross. He just relocated here to Dallas.
Okay.
He actually was an accidental artist-ish. He's been doing it for years and Sunday. But if anyone wants to Google or go to YouTube and pull up the Walmart Singers, that went mega viral.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, I saw that. That's because it was him and a lady, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's him, Donnell. After that went viral, guess who was the very first person to interview him? I'm not trying to call nobody out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because I was a super sleuth by any means. My son's godfather was one of his besties, and he was actually the one that filmed it. So I had to man.
Wow.
But I was the very first to interview him. Right after that, he got on that Michael Strahan, Kiki Palmer show.
Yeah.
And what's that guy's name? I keep forgetting it. But anyway, he got hooked up with Common, ended up on the Apollo, went back after that performance, back to the Michael Strahan show with Kiki Palmer, and came back and interviewed with me. So, I had that inside track with him, and I really appreciate the relationship that we have built. And I'm just going to put Joyce in the hot seat. I called her out, and I said I want her and him to do a project together. So basically, that's what we're doing. Right now, he's working with the band of Teddy Pendergrass. They want him to be the band, so he does a couple of gigs with them. And a Ruffin project, the Temptation New.
Yeah, because he got some stuff going on. You're right. Yeah, because in fact,
You know, I'm talking about that. So I'm trying to be kind of vague, but
yeah.
yeah. So been actually propositioned about that project.
Okay.
So maybe we can have him on the show if you guys are interested.
Absolutely. I was just going to mention that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She gonna hook us up.
Yeah.
You know, so look, that's for you, Greg. I got the hookup.
Look here.
You can talk about that
right now. You don't need to be disappearing.
Oh.
I didn't know. I said I had your number all the time. I said, is it still the same number, or has she done moved on out of Texas, out of the Dallas area, or what?
No, well, like I was telling the guys while you were fixing a sandwich.
You done called me out.
Truth, y'all.
But no, I'm actually a essential employee, so I literally have been going from the beginning of this pandemic to now. I do feel, even though I joke about it, but legitimately I am PTSD ridden. I've seen a lot of deaths. I've seen a lot of damage. I've seen a lot of loss. I've seen a lot of history. But when I say history, I'm talking about older generations who couldn't fight.
Yeah.
They're gone. Those stories that they were trying to tell me, they're gone. You know?
Right.
So I literally shut down as far as social media. I know I didn't post not even a birthday of my children for 2 years, being completely engrossed in 16, 13-hour days easy. I'm not a nurse, guys, just to be clear, I'm not a nurse, but I am in the industry. Compliance, infection controllers, things like that. So basically, what I did involved the death of people if I wasn't on my game.
Yeah.
Every day, as far as fighting COVID and in this pandemic.
Right.
So I had to kind of pick my poison, and even though this is my passion, I had to be able to be like laser focused. And basically, I just fell out of existing because I couldn't be around people because of what I did. So I stayed home. Literally, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't even go to Walmart. My kids would do it for me.
Yeah.
Because it was just such the pressure of spreading or contracting it, and yeah. So basically, I've been a recluse for 2.5 years. Honestly,
but you ain't lying.
I'm dead ass. I'm serious. It was, and it was hard because literally I woke up to the possibility of death, and I worked in death. So now I'm ready to start living again. And once again, I'm so happy that you guys gave this opportunity to reintroduce myself. Let me reintroduce myself.
Yes.
And get back in the game. And Donnell, he's one of my first projects, so I'm very anxious to get things rolling.
Awesome.
And also, Jill, you remember David McLaurin, because the three of us were on the show together. He's in the chat. He gave you a shout out.
Yes.
David.
Shout out to
David, brother David.
Yeah, he said, go on now, Jill.
Literally, I was just a
Gia, just a minute, Mac. And Gia said, God bless you, Jill.
Thank you.
What you're going through.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And David, you're my chocolate drop, baby. You're my chocolate drop.
You sure did call him that. Oh my goodness. That was funny. I still have pictures of us because we took a lot of pictures, and every now and then I go, all these pictures that we were behind the scenes. We just had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had.
And when David was with us, it was a lot of fun.
That original crew, the very first crew, that crew was, it was great. And the thing about you guys, it mirrors that energy. It's not the same, but it mirrors that energy, and that's why, once again, that was the second reason why it was so easy for me to say yes to jump on here today.
Yeah.
Because the energy you guys have, that flow, cadence, the garbage, drama, math. Come on.
BP, all the BP.
But Jill, I looked at your number 100 times. I said, well, I don't see on Facebook anymore.
I'll give you, man.
Then I was afraid to even call the number. Maybe somebody else pick up the number. But damn it, I called that number a while ago.
She was showing up.
Huh? And
I told you, GHP ain't thought about you. Mac's been busy. That's a long story, but Mac's been busy.
you know,
full life.
Still, like I said earlier, I was still. Do she still live in the same neighborhood? Cause I got a home in the same neighborhood, so.
I was telling you, yeah.
She ain't left.
No, down the street. Right down the corner, down the street, though.
That's right. You right down the street, around the corner.
Yeah.
Because Jill called me while I was in Tulsa, and she said, "Joyce, I just saw the post. She was in shock about Gris. In shock, in denial.
Yeah. A lot of people are still. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. So, you know, it's one of those things.
Oh yeah.
But we go way back, and so we thought about you.
Yeah.
I thought about you. Gary actually asked me.
Yeah.
Hey, about? I said, yeah, I'll reach out to her because I told him I had just talked to you. He said, reach out to her. You know, trying to figure this out about Gris. You know, this is how I explained to somebody. I said, replacing Gris right away is like my husband just died, and the next week I got a new husband.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We need time. We need time.
Yeah, but Joyce did say, made this one comment to us. She said, if you're gonna bring somebody on, you make sure it's a female.
I didn't say it like that. That's your
That's my interpretation.
I would like it to be another female to have that balance.
Right.
But I'll go with whatever Gary decides.
Oh no, you know, I'm with that. No, I'm with that. I'm definitely with that. You know.
No, that was a threat, Mac. She's trying to clean it up. That was a threat.
I know it. I ain't paying George Spencer no attention.
He doesn't. We give him some good advice and he ignores us.
Those things I don't have a problem with at all. You know. But,
okay, Gris.
Gris, come on, Gris. He making noise with his chips.
He grabs the bag. You remember off the air? He grabs the bag and he goes.
Yeah, that's it.
And she grabs the picture. And he does that was so funny.
That was funny. Well.
Just the time. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Jill.
You're personally drinking this right here, some plant blood. I'm gonna work with it. There's hope for you.
I'll tell you what. You take the bottle, I'll come by and pick one of them and see how it tastes.
Player.
Player.
He's macking now. He's macking now.
Mode.
Gary's trying to take over so we can wrap up the show.
Let me announce a guest for next week.
Well, you do that at the end when I get done here.
All right.
I'll put you in Griz's place so you can tell. All right. So I want to thank Jill for taking out the time to be on today. Jill, we really appreciate you coming over, and it was fun, interacting with you today, and just really enjoyed seeing you again. So.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And we welcome you back, and let's definitely get that guest scheduled in. We'll see about getting him and
Donnell.
Yeah, Donnell, and you both can come. You both can come on.
Right, great. And then later on, I can get Cassandra. I'm sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, the female singer on there. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, that's right. How about them together though?
Oh, we can, but I mean, honestly, they are both such personalities. Honestly, I feel like they both need their own.
Yeah.
Or like the first hour, second hour, and then together or something, because they are two phenomenal balls of energy.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, you, Gary, can talk about that. All right. Sorry, Gary.
That's okay. That's okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. But again, I just want to thank you again, Jill. We had fun with you. and
Thank
definitely
you.
appreciate it. And
Thank you.
and then I want to thank the people in the chat, of course, all our friends there, and the people that might be listening. We appreciate you. And I want everybody to have a great, safe, wonderful weekend. It's Juneteenth. If you're celebrating, celebrate safely. Keep, stay high. Drink plenty of water and all that good stuff, because it's definitely hot temperatures out there, and and everything. And we'll see you next week. Of course, Ray's going to fill us in on who's going to be on the show. But with that said, I'll turn it over to Joyce. You want to go ahead, and then Ray, he'll tell us what's up for next week.
Okay. I'm first, Ray. Hold on. You come beep, beep. Jill, you haven't lost a beat, lady. And with Jill, we just jailed today. We haven't lost a beat. It was so good to have you on the show. Mm-hmm. So great to reconnect after all these years. So, and enjoyed you today, and everybody in the chat room. Thanks for putting up with us celebrating Juneteenth today by talking about our history, our heritage. I appreciate that so much. Yeah. And love you guys. Make sure next week that you invite your friends and share and let them know, hey, there's some really great things happening today on every Saturday from 2 to 4 o'clock. And if you haven't already, please click the thumbs up under the video. And if you haven't, also subscribe as well. We'll see you next week. Mac?
Mac.
Hey, stranger. It was our pleasure to have you on the show with us this afternoon.
Well. So you're catching it.
So you just dropped off, and I said, well, I know I had the number, but I wasn't sure if I should call the number or not.
Man, you don't have a shy bone in your stop. I got you, Chris. I got you.
But hey,
you need a bench warmer, a seat filler. I'm always open for you guys, I'll make time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We sure appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it was our pleasure having you on the show today. It's been a joy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to even see your mug in the place.
Player.
I feel like I'm getting a phone call at 4:05.
Yeah. I got plenty of conversations, but I ain't got no game behind it.
I'll make it easy for you. We'll do it your way. We'll go eat.
That makes it a lot easier for him.
Yeah. No doubt.
Again, hey, we're glad everybody in the chat room. We enjoy y'all and the whole 9 yards. But we having a guest next week on the 25th, a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. I've been knowing him for, over 20 years, about 20 years, 18 to 20. Mr. Al Lindsay.
Al Lindsay gonna be in the house, yes.
And Southern Soul Blues.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr. Al Lindsay. If any of y'all remember, Al helped us get in Kim Weston. He knows Kim Weston. Mm-hmm. If y'all remember.
Yeah.
I know y'all probably don't even remember Kim Weston. Mm-hmm. But look here, y'all have a good weekend and enjoy yourself, whatever y'all do on this Father's Day and this Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we was able to give y'all some of the history, but you need to go check it out for yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Superfly.
David. Yeah, David.
All right with me. Say it.
And hey, Henry said Papa Smurf got game despite what he says.
We just don't go eat up some frog legs and some duck pizza, and we're gonna be all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't mind the different cuisines, you know. Only thing that messed my gut up was them canola beans. You don't want them.
Okay, Gary, I'm trying not to yawn.
Okay.
Hey,
Last night.
see y'all next week. See you later. Bye.
All right. All right. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.